Hello YouTube, Alexander Kostiak here. Today I'm going to be reviewing the uleFone Armor 23 Ultra. You will not find many reviews of this device online. I think it's next generation technology, satellite connectivity, a great product for the rugged outdoorsman. I want to highlight a few useful features, such as the satellite connectivity, mobile hotspot, dual SIM card tray, cameras, onboard FM radio, expandable storage, and large battery life. I will also be discussing the shortcomings of this device and the issues I've had with it over the past few months or so. I transitioned from an older generation iPhone 7 Plus. While it was from 2016, it did have a larger battery life than the standard sized iPhone, which I found very useful in my endeavors. One thing I can say I do miss is the user experience on iOS, but I've been getting used to Android and I like it so far. I purchased the uleFone Armor 23 Ultra running Android 13 for less than $600 this year, and also bought the case for it from uleFone. The case has a small tab on the top, which can be used to easily remove the case and clip it back on when you want it attached. Some people might find this annoying, but I think it's kind of useful. Sometimes I want to take off my case. It also shipped with a tempered glass screen protector, but I did not install it because a film screen protector was installed when I purchased it from the factory, and that's sufficient for my needs. The actual screen is Corning Gorilla Glass. The device also shipped with a 120 watt charger. I do not think this phone charges at 120 watts, but it's nice to have a large USB-C charger lying around if you have a compatible laptop or something that would charge at 120 watts. It probably charges maybe over 50. I would guess. It does charge quickly, and the battery life is very large. I have had no problems connecting to and using my Beats by Dre Studio 3 headphones. I'm a music guy, so that was a big deal for me. Now I'm going to spend some time discussing my favorite feature, in fact the reason I bought the phone, the satellite connectivity. You will have to download the Bullet Satellite Messenger app and activate an account. So they have different plans. You can go through the plans and the data limits that they set for those plans and purchase a plan that you are comfortable with. If you send a Bullet satellite message to somebody that does not have the Bullet app, they will get a text from a different phone number stating the text of your phone number along with some basic information like your actual phone number and some other stats about the Bullet satellite messaging system. I will show on the screen what that looks like. If your partner or recipient downloads the Bullet app and creates a free account, they can text you back. So this is legitimate two-way satellite messaging. According to my understanding, the satellite reception is best outdoors, and you have to go through an alignment process with the satellite to establish a connection. Still, it's not a gimmick. It really works. There is also a satellite SOS button on the top. To activate SOS, you have to first sign up for the satellite service. After that, you have to hold the SOS button for 5 seconds, and then hold a button on the touchscreen for 3 seconds. I have never had any issues with accidentally activating the SOS beacon, as it would be very hard to do. I do feel more safe having this feature available, especially in the woods with bears and rattlesnakes and whatnot. The mobile hotspot is also very nice to have. I have used Verizon Wireless, Xfinity Wireless, TracFone, and Mint Mobile. With my current Mint Mobile plan, mobile hotspot is included free of charge in my data plan. It is fast and lets me get connected on my laptop wherever I may be. The dedicated global positioning system, or GPS, is different than the GPS on some modern phones. Many devices use assisted GPS, which triangulates your location from cellular tower connectivity. I have had some problems with the assisted GPS accuracy on my iPhone in the remote Alaskan wilderness. With the dedicated GPS, you can confidently pinpoint your location anywhere on Earth. Also, as a side note, the device supports reverse charging. So if you have a USB-C charger cable for your phone, you can plug it into this phone and reverse charge a different phone. And with the 5200 milliamp hour battery, you have enough battery to do that and last the rest of the day. I have not used the dual SIM card slots, but for some people it may be a nice feature to have. If you have a business or second personal line, this feature may be of use to you. According to the company's advertising and the settings I have found in the phone, switching numbers is seamless. The dual SIM tray is simultaneously the expandable storage tray for a micro SD card, and you can pop it out with your fingernail. It has a waterproof liner. In fact, the whole device is waterproof with military-grade durability. The battery is 5,280 milliamp hours, providing enough charge to last a whole weekend with moderate use. This is one of the reasons I chose a Plus model iPhone. For me, having a large battery is a big deal. The iPhone 15 Plus only has a 4,400 milliamp hour battery, according to spec. I don't know what all the hype about thinness is, but I would rather have a larger battery than a thinner phone. The device also includes an FM radio. If you are in a remote environment, there may be some benefits to listening to a local radio station, including national public warnings and other basic information. You can also record radio stations with the default radio app. Unfortunately, the FM scanner does not include the USA NOAA weather radio station. This would be a nice feature to have. But in the state of an emergency, I'm sure you'd be hearing about it on the FM radio. The fingerprint reader and facial recognition unlock options are fast and accurate. One problem I did have was with the facial recognition unlock enabled, you cannot visualize widgets on your lock screen, like music you're listening to or text messages. So if you want access to lock screen widgets, you will have to disable face unlock. I found that to be sufficient because the fingerprint reader is fast. The smartphone exhibits 4 large cameras on the back, all with different features. I will now demonstrate the use of each of the cameras. Pretty cool. I'm a fan of the large image resolution and 4K recording. I have yet to find a great use for the night vision, but I'm sure someone could. Maybe I'll get to use it this week if I shoot a big buck. Now I will get to some of the drawbacks of this device. Being a cost-effective phone from China, I have concluded that not all of the features are functional. This includes the TV remote feature. The phone has an infrared blaster on the top of it, and there's an app that supposedly can be used to control TVs, air conditioners, anything with an infrared remote. I have not had any success with this feature. I played around with it a bit. It didn't work for me. Perhaps I have a faulty device, or they're still working on the software. I'm not totally sure. It would be a nice feature to have, but I was more concerned about the satellite functionality, cameras, call quality, etc. Also, the device performs firmware or software updates at random. I will show you a screenshot of what the screen says when this happens. It says NTN OTA. I looked it up. It stands for non-terrestrial network over the air. What this means is the phone is pulling updates from satellites over the satellite connectivity, and this happens at random times without warning. It only takes about 2 minutes, but sometimes your phone will go black for this period and you will not have access. In contrast to, for example, an Apple phone where the updates are scheduled and you know when you're not going to be able to use your cell phone. I remember back in 2015 getting a pair of wireless Beats by Dre headphones before wireless headphones were even a thing. I was always seeking the next technology. I can now conclude my review of the uleFone Armor 23 Ultra.